Section 10.1, Day 2. Your class opener. Draw and copy a segment, draw and copy an angle, and then bisect the angle you drew for problem 2. Draw an equilateral triangle. Well, I know an equilateral triangle, all the sides are the same length. So I'm going to start by just constructing a generic segment length. Now, I need to construct a triangle where the other sides of the triangle have the same exact length. So I'm going to open up my compass so that it is just as long as this segment piece. Now, I know the side lengths for the other sides are going to be this long. So one side will come out to this long somewhere, but I don't know exactly how far. And from this other side, there should be another side of the triangle that is coming out this far, and where those two arcs meet would be the other vertex of my triangle. That way all the segment lengths are the same. So there's a triangle where all the sides are the same length. Down the bottom, how big is each angle? Well, if it's an equilateral triangle, it's also an equal angular triangle, which means all the angles are 60 degrees. Number 2 says construct a 30-degree angle. Well, I know a 30-degree angle is just half of a 60-degree angle. So if I copy the 60-degree angle and then bisect it, I should get a 30-degree angle. So the first thing I'm going to do is come up here and copy the 60-degree angle. And I know to copy a 60-degree angle, the first thing I do is I put my compass at the vertex, and I'm going to swing an arc that hits both sides of my angle. I copy that arc down here. And I just need to come back and measure how big is this opening. And it happens to be about that big. So down here I can copy my opening. So here should be a 60-degree angle. And I just have to remember, how do I bisect a 60-degree angle? Well, the first step to bisecting an angle is swing an arc across the angle, and I'm already going to use the arc that's there. Once I have that, I just put the point of my compass at the intersection of the arc and the side of an angle, make sure I have my compass opened up so it's more than halfway across, and swing an arc out here in the middle, and then repeat the same process where this blue arc meets the side of the angle over here, and somewhere out in the middle where they intersect is the point that's going to cut this in half. So now I've bisected my 60-degree angle, and the angle that's left down here is going to be 30 degrees. Let's look at number 3. It says construct a 120-degree angle. Well, a 120-degree angle is just two 60-degree angles. So let's do that. So here's going to be the bottom. Now I'm going to come up and I want to copy this 60-degree angle. So I'm going to open my compass up to some size. I'm just going to make it different than that one. Swing an arc so it hits both sides of the angle. And I'm going to come down here and I'm going to copy that. Now, since I'm drawing a 120-degree angle, which is two 60s, I'm going to make sure that this goes out far enough that I think it's going to be at least 120 degrees. Now I come back and I want to measure how big is the opening that I had for this red arc. And so it looks like here's the opening for a 60-degree angle. So if I come down here, there's one mark for a 60-degree angle. If I do that again, I would get to a 120-degree angle. So now I've created 120 degrees. So just copying two 60-degree angles. Draw a triangle congruent to triangle ABC by the following methods. So side, 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 angle, side, angle. So let's start with method 1. I need to copy all three sides. So I'm going to start with, here's my generic bottom for AC. I don't know how long it is, so I'm going to draw it larger than I think I need. Now I'm going to use my compass to measure how big of an opening is that. So point at vertex A, opening up to vertex C, and looks like I'm off by a little bit. Alright, so right there looks like it's about the length I need. So I come back and copy. Alright, so there's where C is. Okay. Now where is B located? Well, let's measure the length of segment AB. So segment AB looks like it is that long. So I know that segment AB is somewhere out here, but I don't know exactly where. Well, let's go back and measure how big is BC. So if I come over here and I want to measure how long is BC, okay, so it looks, here's my length for BC. Come back over here, here's my length for BC, and I've now found where vertex B is located, and I use it by just measuring all three side lengths. Now, let's look at number 2. I want to copy the same triangle, but this time I want to copy it by copying a side, an angle, and a side. And I'm going to get rid of the old marks I had. So side, angle, side. Starting off, I still need to get a side. I'm going to pick AC, although it doesn't matter which one you pick. And I'm going to copy how long is side AC. So point to the compass at vertex A, opening up to vertex C. So it looks like here's the length for AC. So I now have my side done. So it's side, angle, side. So I either need to go to angle A or angle C, one of the angles directly next to this side. It doesn't matter, I'm going to pick angle C. So I need to copy angle C. So if I want to copy angle C, I need to put the point of my compass at vertex. I'm going to swing an arc so it hits both sides of angle C, and I copy that arc at my new triangle. Now I need to measure what's the opening of this arc. So let's see, my opening is going to be, it looks like there's how big my opening is. So I copy it down here, and I've now copied angle C. And I know angle C goes out this far. Okay. So I have side AC, angle C, and now I need the next side, which would be how far is BC. Put the point of my compass at C, open it up so it gets out to B. So now I have the length of segment BC, and I can copy that down here. So now I know where B is. So I've copied the side AC, angle C, and then side BC. So the only thing left to get my triangle is connect point A to point B. Number 3, copy the same triangle now by angle, side, angle. And let's do that right over here. I still, for this one, need to just start by giving myself a generic segment to work with. So AC is going to be somewhere on here. And let's see, make it a little bit longer just in case we need it to be. All right, so angle side angle, I need to copy an angle. So I'm going to start by copying angle A, and I'm going to get rid of the other markings I have in the triangle. I don't want to get confused by them. So to copy angle A, I'm going to swing an arc that hits both sides of angle A. Remember, it doesn't matter how big the arc is, just don't make it too small. And then I transfer that down here. Now I just need to measure how big is the opening for angle A. So I measure how big this arc is. And I transfer it down here. And I now have angle A. So I'm trying to do angle side angle. So I have angle A. Now I either need to do side AB or side AC. It doesn't matter. I'm going to pick side AC. So for that, I just have to measure how big is the opening for segment AC. And here's how big AC is. So I transfer that down here. And I've now found my location for C. So I'm almost done. It was angle side angle. Now I just need to copy angle C. So copying angle C, I need to put the point of my compass at vertex, open up so I have an arc that will hit both sides of angle C. Transfer that down to the triangle I'm trying to draw. And now I just need to measure how big is the opening for angle C. So I have my opening, I transfer that down here. And I know my angle is there. And now I know where point B is, because it's the intersection of the other two sides. So number one, we copied 3 sides. Number 2, we did a side, an angle, and a side. And for number 3, we did an angle, a side, and an angle. So 3 different ways to copy the same exact triangle. And your closure. Explain how you could make a 15-degree angle.